everybody, what is going on? Wyre Villa Vlogger here, and Mr. Umbrella Man has joined us once again. Or is it Mr. Sidekick Man now?
Sidekick Man.
Sidekick
Man.
You prefer that, do you?
Well, it's more of a rounded name then. A sidekick can be anything.
Yeah.
Instead of specifically an umbrella man.
Yeah.
More strings to the bow.
Right, okay then.
Alright.
Right, that's that one sorted.
Right.
Yeah, so how are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah, over the last weekend?
Just about, yeah. Didn't get blown away, did we?
No, we didn't need to use the umbrella.
No, I couldn't put the umbrella up, it would have blown, wouldn't it?
But anyway, let's fingers crossed we don't need it this next weekend. But what is going on, guys? Welcome to another match preview night here on the channel. So Wyre Villa Versed are at home against Hawcoat Park on Saturday. So another chance for the boys to get 3 points.
Yeah. A
home victory. Keep climbing that table.
Exactly. What, the third at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hawcoat, I think, is 6.
Yep, they are.
So they're obviously a decent side, but they're not really a rival, are they? Because we've got lots of games in hand, I think. So.
I was just going to say that they are actually only 3 points behind Villa.
Right.
But we actually have 5 games in hand on them.
Yes.
So you basically just said what you need to say.
So when the games even themselves out, I think everybody apart from Milnthorpe will be
up
well behind us, won't they? Really. So anyway, that's.
Well, you've got to look as well. The last time we played Hawcoat was in August, so the very beginning of the new season.
Yeah, we didn't go to that one.
We didn't actually go. We were at the reserves game down at Hawcoat Park, and Ryan, he got a last minute winner.
Oh yeah, I believe.
To make it 2-1.
Yeah, it went off at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, apparently Dixie went dancing on the dugouts. So I kind of wish we would have been there just to have seen Dixie do that. But yeah.
Yeah, it was a big win, that, wasn't it?
It was definitely, that was a perfect start to the beginning of the season. So I'm hoping the whole world knows all about Wyre Villa.
Yeah.
And they've not been hiding under rocks, and they have been watching my Wyre Villa vlogging channel.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you haven't, then go away.
Yeah. They should know, shouldn't they?
They should know,
come on. Games.
Come on. I mean, let's remind ourselves. 2-1 against Millham.
Yeah.
3-0 against Croston.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 3-0 last weekend. Which was wonderful.
Yeah. Bit breezy, but yeah, it was a good win.
We got the job done, though. Another, couple of points on the board.
But Hawcoat did all right last week, didn't they?
Yeah, they did actually. But you've got to talk about Hawcoat Park, though.
They're inconsistent, aren't they?
They're inconsistent. I mean, their last 3 games were at home against Ulverston, which drew 0-0.
Right.
So they got a point there.
Yeah.
Lostock St Gerrard's, they lost 2-1 at home.
Right.
And then the last game was Haslingden away. This one will surprise you. They actually won 3-0.
3-0.
So it's anybody's game.
So they're a bit of a mixed bag, aren't they, really? We don't know quite which Hawcoat's
going to
turn up. Let's hope it's the one that's...
Who likes losing.
Yeah, let's hope it's them. Well, there's no reason why can't win it.
We're at home, another home game, a chance to get more points.
This Villa side is a better side than it was when they beat them earlier in the season, I think.
Oh, definitely. We're a lot stronger, we're a lot more...
I think conditions might be a bit tougher.
Yeah.
Down at...
But we've got more players as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got more options, haven't we?
Yeah, so we're talking about team performances and teams beating whoever. Let's not forget, though, let's talk a little bit about the last home game against Crooklands the other weekend. 3-0. Isaac, man of the match.
Man of the match. Great performance, wasn't it?
It really was. I noticed so. Since the defeat against Slime, which was in the Cup, there was a number of changes at that game.
Quite a few.
There was quite a few, wasn't there?
Yeah, quite a few.
And I thought everybody played, There
was no one had a bad game, but again, it was a horrible, turgid sort of game. I mean, we've all say it every week, don't we? The pitch doesn't lend itself to good football, and if you get a team who are, I suppose, if you want to say inferior, which Crooklands certainly are, because they've not won.
Oh yeah.
It can be a bit of a leveller, and Crooklands did really well.
Yeah, credit to them. They came and they did really well, I thought.
It's probably a bit flattering that we were 2-0 up at half time. For the first half an hour.
It could have been the other way.
Well, there was nothing happening, was there?
No.
But 3-0 in the end, you'll take that result. It's a win. But like you say, there's quite a number of changes. And,
But you're talking about the changes there. Phil rested, Channy on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to...
Yeah.
It was changed.
Unexpected, weren't they, some of these? I think Harvey was on the bench as well, wasn't he?
He was.
So, you know, I can understand it. Some players probably can't play every week for availability's sake.
Yeah, but I think as well though, going off that Slime defeat as well, he was resting players, or bringing players that hadn't played for a couple of games back.
Maybe.
And he's changed the formation, and you know, the
intensity of the team was no different.
No, it wasn't.
The fitness of the team was no different. Some of the personnel were, but again, that's what we said. Why have got this enviable situation?
Oh yeah.
Whereby they've got a core of probably 20 players or so, and a number who are currently in reserves that can slot into the first team, and there's no discernible difference.
No. So with Channy on the bench and Phil getting rested for that game, that's over 70 years off the total age of the side.
I know it is, yeah. That makes the average age about 14 then, doesn't it?
I'll tell you what. If you wanted to take off Richie and Boothie's age, the average age of the players would actually only be 9. I just had to put that out there.
Take the notice, lads, take the notice.
Yeah, so as we were saying, we were struggling against Crooklands to get going. We just needed that goal to settle us all down.
It took us half an hour, didn't it? And we never, I don't think we had any chances particularly, really. And not that Crooklands did, but it took half an hour. And then Jude scored that wind-assisted cross. You know, I was speaking to his uncle last week, I think it was. A week before, and he did say, as well as Jude's playing at the moment, he just needs to improve his crossing his final ball. Well, you know,
well, I'll tell you
something. That's an example of his crossing. It's all right, isn't it?
If he can do that every single week, then he'll be playing week in, week out.
I wish I could score a goal from a cross every week.
You can't even kick a ball.
Well, I know.
Yeah, so we're talking about the players that have scored goals and things like that. Let's not leave out Isaac, man of the match.
No, apart from his man of the match performance, which was totally merited.
Yeah, it really was.
And, you know, he got stuck in. He played the ball to feet. Kept it fairly simple, didn't he? But you know, retained possession a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And he made the game look pretty easy. But that goal,
Oh, a right foot volley stunner. If you've not seen the vlog, go check it out. It was one of them that was probably goal of the season, goal of the month.
Well, I don't think this one was wind assisted, was it?
Was it not?
I don't think so. It flew in, didn't it?
Right, Isaac, you get credit there, lad.
Yeah, it was a great goal, that, wasn't it, from Isaac? Yeah.
But,
so that was it, 2-0 at half time, wasn't it? And we thought, well, it flatters a bit this, but you know.
Yeah, we came out the second half and.
I thought we were going to perhaps score 1 or 2 more, but Crooklands played all right second half, didn't they? And
yeah,
I don't think it was till very late on that Ryan scored that side footer.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it was a good finish, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
But you know, 3-0, you can't argue with that. You've won the game. Crooklands didn't have a look in, but it was chalk and cheese from when we played up at Crooklands, if you remember the first game.
Yeah.
I think we beat them, was it 8-0?
8-0.
And it could have been 10 or 15, but that was on a good pitch.
That was on a really,
So it just tells you, or shows you, how difficult it is when the elements are more awkward and teams set up to make things difficult for you. Crooklands will be thinking, we did well today, only losing 3-0, and that's what their players suggested to me. They were quite happy with their performance.
Weren't they? Yeah.
They were quite happy
with
that.
You were speaking to him after the game, weren't you, as well? And you know, a few of them were saying, "Wow, it was only 3-0." And
I've got to say that one or two of them said they weren't that impressed with Villa, but you know, at the end of the day, they won the game, didn't they? 3-0. You know.
Well, yeah. But end of the day as well, they don't see us week in, week out, do they?
No, that's right. Anyway, we're going in different directions, aren't we? I think.
Exactly.
Crooklands are going to struggle this year. They've not won a game. and all being well,
we're up there for promotion.
Yeah, let's hope so, yeah.
Right, well, I think that's pretty much everything covered from the first team. So we're going to talk about our high-flying Wyre Villa reserves and the three wise men.
Currently top, aren't they?
Currently top in the league, but I have to say this weekend we are not in the league. We are actually in the Stuart Rowe Memorial Cup in the second round. So we are away at Lytham, which is of course on the runway of BA there.
BAC.
Yeah, so it could be interesting weather this weekend.
Well, I'm sure it will be, yeah.
Well, we went there in summer and it was windy.
And it was cold, it was horrible, wasn't it?
It really was, so
goodness knows what tomorrow, Saturday's going to be like.
No, we will see. But let's not forget, the last time Villa actually won them in the league, we've actually done the double over them. We've won them 2-1 at Lytham. Yeah,
that was earlier, late last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we beat them 1-0 down at Hawcoat Park.
Yeah, and they were both sort of attritional games. So if I remember the first game we played down at the runway, as you call it, that's when we hit the woodwork about 4 times, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
I remember that game really well.
We absolutely annihilated, but it was only 2-1.
Yeah.
The game at Hallgate was a pretty horrible one, which we should have won more comfortable than 1-0, but we never looked like losing it.
No.
So I would think that this game down at Lytham, in these conditions, or the conditions that we're going to look at this weekend, which I think is going to be pretty rainy and horrible, I reckon that's going to be quite a tough game.
Quite a difficult game.
There's no doubt who the better side is, but
you just never know until the day.
These conditions are going to be pretty horrible, aren't they? So they'll have to play well, I think.
They'll have to dig deep, I think.
Yeah, they will. You're right. Yeah.
Just to remind everybody, Villa's last 3 games, which were in the league, were 4-0 against Millthorpe. 1-1 against Carnforth.
Yeah.
And then of course 4-0 against Chipping.
That's right.
At home.
Yeah.
Of course, Lytham, on the other hand, they were against Coppell the other weekend.
Last week, wasn't it?
And they lost 3-1.
Yeah.
And Coppell are up there with us.
Exactly right. So I don't know what you can think about that, really. I mean, Coppell are hot on our heels in the league, aren't they? You probably expect them to win at Lytham, just as we're expecting Wyre to win down there on Saturday. So all I can suggest is I think Coppell must have played pretty well to win 3-1 down there. I'm pretty certain the conditions of the pitch won't be much different to how it was when we were down there last summer, and it was horrible then. So. Yeah.
But of course, you don't know as well, it's a cup competition that we're playing. The teams are going to be up for it. You'd like to think so anyway, wouldn't you? There'll be a couple of changes in the team news.
All the lads will have our boys up for it, won't they?
Yeah. The 3 wise men will get them playing, don't worry.
The 3 wise men. Will they all have bobble hats on?
Well, will Tony be in FKW this week?
Well, I don't know. He will be, won't he?
Yeah, I'm sure he will be.
He can't help himself, can he? He can't help himself.
And I want to know as well if Chris, at the end of the match, will be singing as well.
Oh, I don't know.
Get them changing rooms going.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably why we're going to see the first team, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
One of the main reasons, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Right, well, that is it for this evening's match preview. Just a nice little quick one there. But let's not forget, we've got 2 Wyre Villa games. So if you want your football fix, you can go to the reserves or the home game. Now, obviously, the first, they're down at Hawcoat Park in Stalmine. If you want to come along to that, the postcode is FY6OLA, which is Hawcoat Park. And then, of course, you got the reserves in Lytham, and the postcode there is PR41TB, which is Bank Lane,
it's
Warton.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's Warton rather than Lytham. Yeah.
Rather than Lytham. Yeah. So obviously you guys can get your football fix at either game.
Wrap up warm.
Definitely wrap up warm. Yeah. We've got our brand new bobble hats, so we'll be nice and toasty.
Might need earplugs as well down at Warton.
Purchase before you go. But yeah, that is it for today's match preview. Thank you so much for all the love and all the the support recently. Really do appreciate it. We love making these. You guys love watching them.
You love making these, not
well, yeah, we'll bring you plenty more, don't worry. So yeah, so please smash a like button. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and of course, all kickoffs this weekend go back to 3 PM, so let's not forget that bit. Yeah. And hopefully we'll get to meet you down at Hawcoat Park on Saturday. So take care from me.
See you later.
Bye guys.
Bye.